Hello, my friend. Good evening. You know, I got some time today, and I thought I would focus a little bit on this pair. It's been hard recently, last 3 or 4 weeks with this one. Um, I really think, that this is really going down. Okay, there are so many reasons for this, and I really thought just to base my analysis in a technical way because. As you can see recently, fundamentally didn't really work that much. Everything has came up the opposite way. Everything has reversed. And since I'm basing my analysis on bigger time frames, I actually rely on annually, biannually, quarterly time frames to base it on supply and demand, as well as classical technical analysis. My argument here that this is going down because it has surged, of course, in a crazy way, and we are making it's making its way to the nearest supply zone, which is a very strong zone. You can clearly see this is, by the way, a quarterly shot. I can see 73 in the horizon. This is what I want to say. 73, okay? You might get shocked, you might, okay, I don't think so, but I really think so. It didn't really make it all this time. It didn't make it like this to stop here and get back again. I can see it's kind of a trend out of fuel, but also it needs fuel to get back again to the downside. And usually it refuels in supply and demand zones. So probably this quarter we are going to make it to the nearest to test this big supply zone around 73, 200, 150, whatever. So if I break this down to the weekly chart here, okay, you can clearly that we are it's a downtrend and it's a channel, it's below the cloud, blah blah. But would be the luckiest ever if next week would be another surge, it's another rally, and it's going to make it to this supply zone where I can check this version here. You can see that I have marked a channel. If it would make it here until this place, let's say 73 something, it will meet the upper wedge of the channel, and at the same time a huge supply zone which is around 7377, and this supply zone has been, this is, by the way, the virus impact, okay? And if you look at this outcome, if you look at this reaction here, it's kind of identical with this reaction here, okay? Look at this, from here to there, and then a decline, from here to there, and then a decline. So from the top to the bottom, a decline, a recovery, or a consolidation, and then we we continue downwards, and exactly the same with a kind of a correction, and then a fall, and then a recovery, and we might see a consolidation here, or a very quick touch to the supply zone, and then continue downwards. It's really a very good, it's a fantastic opportunity. If it would make it here, it would make it sooner or later, I guess. But and I really don't think so that if it comes here it would break out. It might make it to the upper wedge, to the bigger one, to the bigger channel. Yes, why not? But I don't really think that it has that fuel just to make it there. I don't really think so. But if it makes it here, then I would put a slight, a tight stop loss around, I don't know, 74 or something, and then we'll see what happens next. You know why also? If you look here at the monthly chart, it's a big fall. Look at this. This candle is, it's the January candle. That was nothing. Nobody cared by then about the virus, about how dangerous it is. Everybody thought that it was okay, this is just limited to China, it's not coming to us. February, for me, the sentiment by then was exactly the same. I think everything went bad in March, and look at March. Is just this impact? Is this what we see, like all this high unemployment, and it's a kind of a global recession, all factors are closed, slow economy, all these kind of factors here, right? So that was the normal reaction before the virus in January. and it was kind of fears in February, and this is the real one, and we even broke it here. This is giving me a very huge belief that this is going down again. Okay, well, I'm not sure where. Okay, maybe from here, from 72, 250, or maybe, as I said, from 73. Okay, but I would bet on 73. This is what I want to say. So if I get it back to the weekly, you can clearly see this, and I really think we have a big room down to the downside here. Okay, we might make it. This one is 54. I don't want the 54. I don't want to be greedy. I just want 60, 65 or something like that, because I'm not sure if it will make it to the lows. Okay, 65, 64 is all right. Okay, yes. But here is the question. Okay, where can we get in? Okay, it's two scenarios here. Firstly, if it would make it to, this is for me the easy one. That's the easy decision. If it would make it to the top, to the top wedge of the channel, and at the same time the supply zone that I told you about, that's the easiest scenario here. I would sell it blindly, okay, and hold it. But okay, the hard thing here, if it decided to turn around from here, okay, so how can we time that? We can't really sell it here and then 1 week down and then another week we'll make it to the upside. It's kind of stressful. So, I have developed a very, simple strategy. You can see that I like to use the Ishimoku one. It's kind of a compass for me to time the trend. So I try to break it down to the 8 hours or the 4 hours time frame. And I just want to refer to you why this is exactly the same scenario as what happened before. Look at this. Okay, I told you about it, it's a big fall, a decline, a recovery, kind of like a consolidation, and then it broke the channel out, and so on. So, and exactly the same here, this is kind of identical to this one, kind of a correction, and then it fell when it met the upper wedge. But according to this simple strategy that I'm following, I would typically actually sell it when it breaks the cloud, okay? But I wouldn't do it here. I have to wait for another breakout of the channel. So it's like a double breakout. A breakout to the cloud, a breakout to the channel, and then I would sell it typically from here. You can see that it made a kind of another retest and kind of a slight correction, and then it's a big fall. So big fall, decline, and then a huge correction, and that was a real fast correction, to be very honest. So here we go. It's kind of 90% done. We are waiting for a reaction. So if it decided to fall from here, as we talked about it, we wouldn't do it. We wouldn't bet from here anymore, because we will lose a lot of money. What's happening here? Yeah. Okay. So I would actually wait until it make a breakout to the cloud and to the channel at the same time, then we can sell and hold. But if it would make it from here, then I would really get in very aggressively. Okay. And so what I think, what happens here, happened here, and might happen here again. Okay. This is for the Audjpy in a nutshell. But and also at the same time, if I would, if this would happen to the Audjpy, I think NZDJPY has the same situation here, right? And I really have a very strong belief that NZDJPY has a very big room to the downside as well. If you look at this, look at the NZDJPY here. It's very close to the nearest supply zone, 67,700 or something. Okay, if it makes it here to the upside, I would actually sell it blindly again from here, right? And then we see what happens next. And I think also that this one has a huge room to the downside. I also like this where is it? This yen basket is done by FXEM brokerage, right? It's a good index, So what I think, this is also supporting, just forget this, this is also supporting the analysis. If the new month would make a small push to the downside, we would make it again back up, you know. And I don't know here if we will make another breakout or not. We'll see how it's going. But this is what I think. I think JGPY is really, it's a good chance, you know. We might make it. We just need to be patient a little bit next week. I don't know if it didn't work out next week, then okay, we see the week after. But I don't think we really have to be in a hurry to get in again here. We have suffered a lot recently, right? This is just what I wanted to explain here. Have a good evening.